ready. Let's count this first game of 5 in
3, 2, 1. Tetris.
How'd I end up here?
So here it is. Winner of this will go to face Miles. Andy, the reigning champ from the Waco Regional, going up against Dog, who Dog actually won back in 2022.
22, yeah. Which is a fantastic match against Doge. I wish I can watch that more.
Yeah, that was my first time doing in-person event commentary.
Wow. I shortly followed with Lone Star.
Andy, so far with the flawless opener, Dog has had to take a few burns. And if I'm not wrong, I think this is the first time that Dog and Andy actually played up against each other in a regional event. Because they didn't play up against each other in any of the Waco events, and in Lone Star, they didn't play each other either.
Yeah.
They could have played, well, we got kicked out of the venue.
That was actually, that was the closest time we ever had them be had their match at a regional.
Yeah, so this is the first time that Dog and Andy will be facing each other in the same room at a CTWC event.
Crazy.
But right now, Dog has taken the lead, 190 to now 169. Andy, a lot of misdrops on top of each other, but can actually find a clean way to navigate through them.
There could have been adjustments there. Yeah.
Would love to get this S for the S spin tuck and misses the spin tuck.
Not fatal, but again, just you don't want to have all these misdrops happen when you're going against, former world champion, two-time world champion Dog.
Dog just in a great position to continue extending his lead. Andy having to do quite some down stack. Got some mini secret grade developing in the center.
One of the stacks of all time right now. Andy opening up that center with a bar. We'll get it.
And goes for the flat bar placement. And throughout this entire exchange, Dog has built up just about 100,000 point lead.
Yeah, really taking advantage of Andy's situation right now. Yeah, just really trying to get out of anything as cleanly as possible, but these pieces are not allowing that to happen. Wait is set up for a dirty. We'll get it. 246 for Andy to 355.
And now 247. Andy setting up, going aggressive there. Left side's basically inaccessible. Needs the long bar to fall in the stack sooner than later.
Good double with that J. Very disciplined.
273 now for Andy, 406 for Dog. And wait, Andy decided not to go for that J burn. That would have been
Works out.
Works out, but was one more burn costly.
Couple shakes of the head here for Andy. 287 for Andy, 452. Ooh.
Ambitious overhang.
Okay.
Bidwell acknowledging that it was indeed a double vid setup.
Ooh.
But just like that, Andy is back into this game, ready to start scoring regular Tetrises. 498 to now 334.
Past that 100 line mark now. You can see those adjustments of the square there. Nice Z-spin there for Dog. Again, nearly 200,000 points in the lead there.
Yeah, just that one dig from Andy just took so much to get out of.
Dog really taking advantage out of that.
There were definitely some moments where Andy was in trouble, but for the most part, it was just a matter of getting clean.
Yeah. And if no opportunities to score, and if the other opponent can score against you, you know, it's going to happen.
Yeah, we are closing in upon the level 19 transition.
600K very likely now for Dog.
I mean, he has the 600K.
I mean, now.
So I'd say that it's pretty likely.
Quite likely. Perhaps.
Both players, 1 Tetris to go before level 19. And
up high.
RNG greets them with a drought. There's the Tetris for Andy. Tetris for Dog, but not before setting up an eyepiece dependency. Gets the dependency filled. And Tetris for Andy and Dog. 664 for Dog, 524 for Andy.
What an adjustment there for Dog to try and keep that right side open.
Nice set of adjustments over there for Andy. Tetris for Dog, Tetris for Andy. 691 and now 549, 150,000 points roughly is what separates them. Nice overhang over there from Dog. Works out beautifully. And a couple more burns. Very interesting way to play that. Well is open. Tetris for Dog. Expertly played in another one. 748 to now 604. Another Tetris over there for Dog. And another Tetris for Andy. As soon as we hit level 19, both of these players just seem to be just having such a high degree of execution. There was another Tetris for Andy and a counter Tetris for Dog. 800 here on level 22 for Dog. 660 for Andy. Another Tetris for Dog.
Right now.
Andy, though, long bar dependent, misses the spin. It's going to cost some burns. Long bar couldn't be used to fill in said dependency.
Gets some bars for that left. Would like another one for that center. Doesn't
Oh,
use
does
the,
it?
Yeah.
And is Andy going for this? Andy's setting up for the dirty Tetris.
He needs it.
And there it is. Dirty Tetris for Andy. Opens up the well and knocks down a clean one. Goes up to 728. But at this point, that's what Andy has to do. Dog has 916 on level 23.
Are you kidding me?
There's another Tetris for Dog, 946. Another Tetris for Dog, 976.
This could be a level 25 max out.
And this is going to have to be a high-level cleanup from Andy.
There it is.
There's the max out for Dog in a 25.
That's the earliest max I think we've seen today, hasn't it?
Yes, it is. Andy just needs to now downstack. And Dog's just continuing to put the pressure on him. Dirty Tetris over there for Andy.
Burn into the Tetris.
The crazy thing is, Andy is down by 300,000 points. That's 1.1 for Dog. We could see a 1.3 going into 29. Dog's taking a couple of burns, though. Doesn't like the way the pieces are falling.
Yeah, maybe not a 1.3, but still, even having a 1.2 into kill screen is bonkers.
Waiting patiently, double long bars, neither could be used for Tetris. Andy is already on level 28. Dog holding out for the next set of long bars whenever they may come. Just forced to burn. Waiting patiently. Where's this long bar at?
Good burning discipline, though, trying to keep that stack as accommodating as possible without this long bar.
938 transition over here for Andy. And there it is, Tetris for Dog. CO2 going into 29. So no 1.3 because of massive drought. But now Andy has to do quite the... Oh, the hang! And Andy gets it over! The green tea equivalent here on 29 and is still maintaining just such a pristine board here on level 20 or level 30. Now Andy has to do some burning. And there's another Tetris for Andy. 835 for Andy. But Dog is now set up for a Tetris, and Dog knocks down one of his own, C70. Dog set up for another, and knocks down another Tetris, DO8
And
for
he's setting
Dog.
up a column 4, gets the center well Tetris, A85 now.
Dog now having to do some burns. Not gonna be a Tetris. There's an opportunity for Andy. Andy's setting up for another column 4, waiting patiently on the long bar, nice burning discipline. And there it is, Tetris for Andy, B35. Dog set up for a column 9, but just gonna burn it down. Andy trying to get set up for another Tetris. Set up. Great pieces going over to the left. taking the burns.
Good burns.
Holding out for a long bar. Tetris for Andy, B93. Dog at D50, sets up the S flat. And the miss drop, can't get the spin either. Things are going out of control. Dog's gonna top it at D50. Andy needs D51. 150,000 points is what Andy has to chase down and only has roughly 4 levels to do so. Not even 4, 3.5. There's one Tetris.
Not an easy task. Again, 3 levels remaining until that deadly level 39 super kill screen is set up.
2 Tetrises, and I believe some change will do it. There's one Tetris, one more will be golden, and there it is! Andy takes game number 1.
The tortoise wins the race. Here.
Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Game number 2. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What a comeback over there for Andy. And the survival on 29 was great. Just things went from 0 to 100 real quick on Dog's board. There was nothing much that really he could do.
Yeah, you really didn't expect that kind of end for Dog, you know, as he was playing so clean right up until that ladder 29. But coming back down from level 29, we're starting back right on level 18.
Yeah, and that would have been the ideal game to win for Dog. You know, now Andy he's gotten a little momentum. He has won game 1, and now, as opposed to that massive lead that was generated on 18 and 19, we are in a position where both players can continue to keep up with each other.
You gotta love that competitiveness between these two. I mean, again, it's Dog and Andy. It's a dog fight whenever, pun intended, actually, whenever they go against each other here.
Yeah, nothing's gonna prevent these video game bros from having a good match.
Looks like Andy is going perfect for 7 Tetrises here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so far so good. Would love to get an L piece to maintain this perfect stack. Dog's being forced to do a little bit of burning. Another Tetris is gonna be scored over there for Andy.
Nice adjustment for Andy. Having to take that burn.
You can see he was thinking about going for the bits too to maintain a perfect board.
All right, another Tetris there for Andy. 207 versus 168. Both players getting another Tetris through 40 lines here. About a third of the way through level 18. Again, just clean stacking for both players right now. All right. Oh, you could. There was a little line clear thing happening for Andy, but chose to, I guess, not do that.
Still 300. Oh, nice adjustment bits over there for Dog. 300K before 62 or 60 lines. And that was a tough situation for Andy. Couldn't really have too many spots to deal with that. Would love a T piece. Oh, there it is.
Dog getting that. There we go.
And actually, just like that, Dog is caught up. Dog was down.
How about 331 for Andy with that Tetris going up to 354. Just taking the lead from Dog right now, 353, but with that Tetris going up to 376.
Yeah, in that particular matchup, or in at least this particular game, you know, Andy started off, you know, near perfect, just had that advantage you get from playing perfect. Unless your opponent is also playing perfect, you know, you're going to get a lead. And Dog has converted that lead that Andy had into a deficit for him. But for Dog, you know, up slightly. It's very close.
Yeah, a little bit of digging there for Dog earlier while Andy was clean. But yeah, neck and neck right now. You gotta love it. You gotta love saying that. Ooh.
Okay, hold on.
Interesting.
Goes for, actually, like, unfortunately, at eyepiece, going to put at least four more minos of weight over that hole. And just like that, Dog has utilized that one opportunity to bring what was once neck and neck now to a 3 Tetris lead.
Okay, both players set up. Tetris for Andy, 417, 459 for Dog. Gets the bar, 481. Through 100 lines now. Less than 30 lines until the level 19 transition, where the game will speed up a little bit, which is the understatement of the year.
You know, just a little bit.
Oh, but
You know, 50%.
50's fine.
Yeah.
We don't talk about 29.
Right now, clean play from both players. Another Tetris for Dog. Actually, a potential for a 600K transition on Dog's side. So once again, Dog going to have that lead going into level 19. I'm kind of curious the kind of post that we will see, because the post on that previous game was absolutely ridiculous. And if there wasn't that one drought that lasted, still just barely 600K transition for Dog.
Yeah, but Dog shaking his head a lot during those final lines in 18.
Andy holding out for the long bar. Has to go for the triple. Goes for the skim. Tetris has scored 547 to now 627. Almost a 100,000 point deficit between the two. And OP's not quite finding his mark. Wasn't really a good spot for it in the first place.
Didn't really have a good spot for that initial Z, and having a weird O as a side effect does open up that left side now.
Decided not to burn all the way down. Is going to try and operate out of a column 2. No, just going to take the triple. And he's utilizing all these opportunities that Dog has been forced to burn through to catch back up. We're now separated by only half a Tetris, and these pieces are not ideal for Dog. A lot of complicated things have arisen for Dog's board now, and Andy
taking that lead, 672 for Dog, 679 for Andy. Both players set up. Dog with that center well Tetris.
705 now for Dog, 735 for Andy. Both players level 22. Tetris for Andy, Tetris for Dog. And wow, Dog really throwing these pieces over to the left. And perfect O piece for the tuck. And both players having to deal with respective issues. Andy does get the long bar, fills in that dependency. And now they're more or less prepared for Tetrises. There's a Tetris for Andy and another Tetris for Dog.
It's going to be close going into 29. Really waiting for the other player to make a big mistake just to eke out some of that efficiency.
Yeah, but it's only one Tetris that separates us. Post level 24, each Tetris is worth more than 30,000 points. 890 now, 921. Another Tetris for Andy. Operating this column 8. Dog still in the column 10. Your traditional right well. Easier to maintain Tetris and a well transfer for Andy. 990 for Andy, 956 for Dog. Make that 990 for Dog. Wait, we were 60 points away from a tie.
Dog with that Tetris getting a max out. Both players at 823 now, literally separated by less than 100 points.
Look, Dog is pushing down to close the gap. There's the Tetris.
Oh,
Look at this.
Oh my Lord.
And now Andy's pushing down to increase the gap.
Just in case.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Tetris scored over there from Dog. And a Tetris, now a Tetris score for Dog. B61 to now B27. Dog down by a Tetris. Long bar dependent now. Andy goes to 29, set up for the Tetris here. Dog can try and go for one more. Tetris for Andy. Dog set up for the Tetris, but goes to 29, high board, able to open up the well, waiting for the long bar. Putting out the long bar, doesn't find it, just forced to burn. Now Andy's in trouble, but Andy gets the well open. Tetris ready, waiting on the eyepiece. Where is it? Nice skim into the Tetris for Andy. Set up for another one, and knocks it down, but now both players, dirty Tetris for Dog.
Ooh.
Both players now having to bring the stacks down. Andy has built up now a 90,000 point lead. Dog looking for ideal pieces to burn out. Andy forced to bring the stack down, but Dog's not backing down. Dog knocks out a Tetris, D47 now DO5, and Andy counters with a Tetris, D44. Dog gets set up, and he hangs! And he can't get a piece over. He can't get it over. C47 is the top out. Andy is good for game number 2, and is on match point.
All right. Both players are ready here.
Let's go and get them counted down. Game number 3, can Dog start a reverse sweep, or is Andy too strong with the broom? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
I wish I was in the crowd to do that. It's the only time I want to be in the crowd to do the buko.
I mean, you could say buko up here, just not
I'm
as
not.
loud.
I'm not gonna. No.
Buko.
I'm not. That's not my vibe, bro. I want to like feel my vocal cords tear out of my throat every time I yell buko.
Anyways, Dog set up for a Tetris, and Andy running into some complications. Looks like a modern S stack for someone ready to send over some combos. Ooh, I actually like that delay burn from Andy.
Wow.
Very smart. Yeah, a little bit of a tricky opener, nothing too serious. Dog once again gonna have the lead early on.
Andy setting up a row 2 Tetris here, waiting for that bar. Isn't really. Oh, there it is. 78,000 for Andy. 99 now for Dog. Looks like both players are sticking to their Tetris setups here. Andy opening up that center. We'll transfer that well right back over to the right side.
Yeah, and this winner of this matchup will face Miles. And I believe this would be the first time that Miles made a final in a Texas regional.
I believe so, yeah.
A little bit of a misdrop over there for Andy. Does get an IP, a couple great pieces for Tux. You can definitely see that one side is being given more attention than the other. Left is built up really high. It's gonna have to take a lot of burns to. Oh, small misdrop. Nothing too serious.
Just waiting for that bar. Will get it, going up to 180 to 217 right now. Through 50 lines here for both players. Less than a Tetris separating each other right now.
Yeah, pretty close. Dog does have a line advantage though. And he had to spend a little bit more time towards the top, so pieces were hitting the stack faster. He was burning lines more. And Dog shaking his head a little bit there. Didn't quite like those pieces. But still, now in the lead by 40,000 points.
You don't want to have that sort of like a staircase stack, you know, very not accommodating for L and J's and sometimes even the square. But it does work out as he got some T pieces, you know. Lovely parity, knowledge boost. What is parity anymore?
So imagine a checkerboard. 322 for Andy, 337 for Dog. Dog creates a long bar dependency, builds it first. See if the next long bar comes soon. Dog has no more games to give. Has to win each game from here on out in order for him to advance to the finals. Andy, on the other hand, just maintaining a clean board. Both players actually maintaining clean boards right here. A couple of quick touch assists for Andy. 394 to 396. Something you would expect to see between these two brothers, just a close rivalry.
Really does mimic their
well,
rivalry.
That's something I didn't expect. Andy's board right now needs some doctoring. Someone call Mario.
A very slow clap from yours truly. Which, by the way, are we streaming that?
I believe
tomorrow?
so. Maybe.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that tomorrow. 402 for Andy, 492 for Dog here. Less than 30 lines away until the 19 transition.
Andy hits that spin. Set up for a center wheel. A dirty one at that.
Woo!
Left side. Still. Oh.
Ooh.
Had to reel it back in. Nice. I actually like. That's some crazy finesse tech. That's something that you would normally see in modern Tetris with like 0 ARR. How players would just automatically throw pieces to the left and then adjust afterwards. That was such a brilliant way of handling that on Andy's side instead of just trying to precisely get the 4 taps he needed.
That's
get
how
the
you,
5 and then adjust afterwards.
That's how you know that he definitely can depend on his rolling to execute that, you know. I still can't do that.
Truly incredible over there from Andy. Andy transitions at 481.
And with that Tetris, Dog transitions 569 and another Tetris going up to 593.
Once again, Dog with the advantage here going into level 19. Andy, small misdrop. Does find the Tetris, but
nice.
trying to get into a Tetris ready board out of this is going to be something complicated. At least to do it efficiently.
Oh, wait. Okay, burns that out. Could have been a interesting Tetris setup, but we'll burn that back down to the bottom.
Another Tetris over here for Dog, 669. Another Tetris for Dog, goes up to 695. Andy is clean and set up. Just waiting for the long bar. Dog having to do some burning. There's a Tetris for Andy.
Yeah,
nice
Andy
patience over there for
clean.
Dog.
All right, opens up that right side. Would like that long bar now.
Having to go for some flat burns.
There it is.
Oh, interesting T-burn there. Forces a T-spin dependency. Hits the T-spin.
Okay.
And a small misdrop over there for Andy. Set up for a Tetris, though. Unfortunately, eyepiece was not where to be found. So no Tetris was available to be scored there. Dog with a 140,000 point lead at 786. Andy, another misdrop. Dog also having to do some cleanup, but not before scoring a Tetris first. 818 to now.
Oh, I like that burn from Andy.
677. And once again, just a lot of tough pieces over here from Andy, but he's done a perfect job of isolating those holes on the same row.
Still managing to keep that right side open. Getting another Tetris. 712 versus 853 now for Dog.
Dog, nice, beautiful spin. Misses the second one, though. This is going to cost Dog some lines. Andy has an opportunity to close the gap. We are at level 25, so we are getting close to that second transition. And Andy not too happy with the way that this board is developing. That left side crucially being addressed.
Gets
and a
it
Tetris
open.
for Andy, well done. And another one for Andy, a dirty Tetris for Dog, though.
Rewarded for his efforts digging up that high.
Now both players are in kind of equilibrium. Nothing too crazy is going on. You're getting ideal stacks, nice pieces over there. Oh,
Ooh,
Andy's
Andy's
setting up
setting
for a
up.
dirty, slightly dirty, nicely done. Level 28, and he has to address, oh, I like the idea behind this, but no J piece was found for the efficient solve that he was looking for. Small adjustment into a triple.
Andy
Bring
could have
this
set up
just
for a
down.
Tetris there, but decides to burn. You know, he's already into 29 with that line. 881 versus 839. Dog trying to look for a couple more Tetrises here.
Sets up a delayed burn. Unfortunately, delayed burn did not clean itself. Oh, that Z piece was perfect.
Oh, wow.
And Dog's gonna transition. Gets the piece all the way over left, knocks down a Tetris. 890 to now 924. However, Andy knocks down one, trying to get set up for another. Does the skim, knocks down another Tetris. There's the max out for Andy. Just like that, it's down by 90,000 points now. Set up for another Tetris is Andy, and so is Dog. Both players having to endure. No long bar is found. Tetris over there for Andy. Really starting to put the pressure on Dog. Andy set up for another one. Dog has been slowed down this entire post transition. There's another Tetris for Andy. It's closed the gap to now only one Tetris.
These are clutch moves.
But Andy with the hangover there on the left.
Doesn't
and
get
can't
the
get the
bar
5
over.
tap. And Andy's gonna top at an A90. Dog at B61 avoids the sweep. And we go to a game 4. All right, both players are ready for a game number 4. Dog has avoided the sweep. Well, let's see if Andy can still close it out. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
Still game point here.
All right, wow, that is an opener from Dog. Looked almost stick spinish for a second. If you know, you know.
Oh my god. I'm tickled by it. Won't be getting the Tetris, I think, with this. Ooh.
A lot of interesting choices. This is a stack of all time.
Opening up again, but not getting any pieces.
And there it is, finally a long bar. Andy able to score his first Tetris. And that's the thing, throughout that entire situation, Andy was only able to score 2 Tetrises. So, you know, fortunate drought helped out Dog there a little bit by preventing Andy from gaining too much of a lead.
Definitely.
But once again, Andy, misses the spin there. Andy, of course, trying to make back-to-back championships here in Waco. Andy won in 2023. Dog won in 2022. Miles is waiting for them in the finals.
Waiting in the wings right now for probably one of the most hype matches we'll be having tonight.
Yeah, this entire tournament has been phenomenal. And
World-class players here, right in Waco. Like you can't ask for any, you can't ask for too much here.
yeah, speaking about world class, we're gonna need a world class dig from Dog. Actually, Dog has the lead. Andy's gonna knock down a Tetris, take the lead away from Dog, but
That bar only giving a single there for.
no, Dog still has the lead despite all that.
There it is.
Oh, nice adjustment over there from Dog as well. So really just Dog able to maintain just a high degree of efficiency to hold a lead over Andy despite the opener that we saw.
Yeah. I mean, goes to show anything can change given, 50 lines. 212 for Andy, 207 for Dog right now. Still neck and neck. Not even that much difference in lines, too.
Yeah, it's just a back and forth battle right now. This is Tetris for Dog. He's gonna probably have to take a few burns here. And saw that he wasn't Tetris ready, adjusted very quickly. As always, one of the most painful things is like you think you're Tetris ready and it's like, that's 3 high. And then trying to quickly find a way to avoid burning the triple. Because those triples hurt.
Yeah. For burns, to get down from digs, I kind of like them, but if you want to, if you're one of these players that really try to eke out any sort of efficiency from each burn,
Nice adjustment over there for Andy.
you would not want to be tripling your way to victory.
321 now for Dog, 304 for Andy.
Nearing that halfway point here, or wait, I keep thinking 85 is the halfway point, but I'm bad at math. 367 now for Dog, 327 for Andy, getting a Tetris 349. Again, clean stacks for both, so not much opportunity for one player to gain any sort of lead over another right now, or at least too much of a lead.
This is just really close. And we're getting close to level 19, around 40 lines away. 35 in the case of Andy.
Ooh, interesting burn there for Dog. We'll get Tetris ready with that L burn. Just waiting on that bar. We'll get it. 437. And then 441 for Andy. Again, neck and neck here through 100 lines.
Oh,
literally
almost had a tie here.
Less than 1,000 points separating them.
Tetris over there for Andy, and Tetris for Dog was scored. Another Tetris for Dog. Andy decided to actually go for the conservative placement, so couldn't use any of those long bars for Tetris. Oh,
Square
wow.
burst! Oh, no.
5-0
Okay.
burst. You want to know where that lyric's from? Search up 12 Days of Tetris.
Okay. I've yet to watch that out of pure mental health. 5. Oh, that is one of the spires of all time for Andy right now. Les has we'll probably burn into transition here with the next line.
Yeah, there it is. A 5:25 transition for Andy, 5:59 for Dog. So Dog with the lead once again in a transition. It's not a dramatic lead.
Does get it.
Ooh, Andy, a little shakiness here. You definitely see a lot of that finesse being used that we saw earlier, but now this is a dangerous situation. Andy loves an L here. There's that L. Still trying to find ways to burn down, trying to avoid building up specific dependencies. Nicely done. LRJ is wanted over to the left-hand side, gets an eyepiece instead, opens up the well, and knocks down the Tetris.
562 for Andy, 666 for Dog. There's a joke somewhere.
What a game, or not a game, but what a game play right there. Play of the game, Pog, right? Yeah. Truly phenomenal survival over there from Andy. Down only by 2.5 Tetrises and make that 3 following that Tetris from Dog. 697 to now 605. Dog just J-piece dependent. Not getting that J, actually. There's another Tetris for Andy. Dog's forced to burn quite a bit from this. Is set up for the column 5.
Just waiting on that long bar. We'll get it. 7:30 now. Looks like we'll be resetting that well back over to the right. Andy with a tuck setup of some kind.
Gets the T-spin.
Gets that T-spin.
But needs an eyepiece. Finds it, knocks down a Tetris. 669 to now 735. Added Tetris goes up to 764. Another Tetris for Andy.
Misdrop of that J.
Setting up the delay burn if the J piece comes. Eyepiece works as well. Just like that, Andy's burned out. Still trailing by just about 100,000 points.
Andy is set up.
And he's knocks down Tetris. Andy is not backing down. He's gonna force Dog to take this all the way. Dog, Tetris ready, just waiting on the long bar. Waiting patiently, Tetris for Andy, Tetris for Dog. 863 to now 796.
Getting down to the wire here.
Yeah, Dog still with about a 2.5 Tetris lead.
29 is on the horizon.
$931 for Dog. Andy, clean stack, just waiting for the long bar. Dog has been forced to burn a lot, but there is no long bar for Andy to capitalize off. There's one. Tetris is scored. Andy now down by just under a Tetris and a half. But Dog knocks down the Tetris, bringing him back up to a 2 Tetris lead. 904 to now 970 Tetris for Andy. Dog looking for a piece, executes the tuck flawlessly. And a Tetris for Dog. There's the max out, A05. Andy's getting set up for another Tetris. Has to take a double. Dog knocks down Tetris A41. Andy waiting patiently. Would love to get it before level 29 comes. There's one Tetris, and it's going to skim into level 29. Set up for another Tetris, holding out for the long bar. Waiting patiently.
Good
Gonna just take the triple.
Good burns.
And there it is, Tetris for Andy. There's the max, A26 now, A84. Dog
and another one for Andy.
Gonna be trailing just by 1 Tetris now. Dog set up and answers back with a Tetris of his own, and Andy's gonna go ahead and take the triple. Has to at that point. The left side was not built up in a comfortable position. Meanwhile, Dog still in the lead. B44 to now A79. Andy, a couple of misdrops. It's gonna be a little bit complicated to deal with. Dog with a clean board does have the option to capitalize, but it's just trying to stay alive. He knows that he doesn't have any more games left to give. He has the lead. He needs to force Andy to make a mistake and not force one himself. There's another Tetris for Dog.
Oh, Andy missing that forward tap to the left. Okay, is opening up that left. Gets those pieces down.
Greatly done over there by Andy, but Dog is trying to get set up for another Tetris. Goes for the S-fly delay burn. Opens up the well, holding out patiently, goes for the triple. Andy's still trying to find something to work with here. There's another Tetris for Dog. C65. Andy's setting up for a center well. Putting up the long bar, nice skim, waiting patiently. And there's the center well for Andy. And he's now transferred the well back over to the right-hand side. C72 for Dog, B63 for Andy. Andy is now Tetris ready, but so is Dog. Both players waiting on the long bar. There's the Tetris for Andy. Dog now running into complications, trying to find ways to down stack. Nicely done, looking for an eyepiece, but it's not finding it, so has to find an alternative way to down stack. Reopens up the well, holding out for the long bar, not finding it. Andy has actually closed the gap to now only 40,000 points. That's just a Tetris. And he goes for a
call him too.
C99. Oh, a lot of missteps over here for Andy. And a hang. There's nothing Andy can do. We are going to a decider. Dog takes game number 4. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have another decider on our hands here for the semifinals. Who's going to advance? Your 2022 Waco Champion Dog or your 2023 Waco Champion Andy? Let's get them counted down, everybody. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! A lot of close games. And really, Andy was pushing it there. I mean, got to the point where he was only one Tetris behind.
You know, just more pressure and more pressure on Dog to try and stay ahead, but couldn't pull through in that middle 29. Ooh, whoa.
A lot of misdrops developing over here for Andy. Goes for the tuck. And just going to score the Tetris first. And then have to deal with the rest of his stack afterwards. Which, that's sometimes the best way to deal with it. Give yourself more room to work with. Dog, on the other hand, taking his first set of burns here, waiting patiently for the next long bar.
We'll get it, 93,000. Andy getting his Tetris, 75,000 for him.
If I'm reading this correctly from Pumpy Heart in the chat, it says that this is a $300 difference from finalists. So this is a $300 game.
Pretty good. It's pretty.
This is a lot of pressure.
Just $300.
Out of respect for y'all, choose not to comment. 164 for Dog, 124 for Andy. He's gonna knock down another Tetris, goes up to 147.
It's probably additional college fund money. $210 now for Dog, 169 for Andy.
As of right now, things have been relatively calm on Dog's side. Andy having to continue to combat with unfavorable piece sequences. These O's are not the friendliest.
Okay,
Will
we'll open up that right side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does have a couple of parity issues that need to be resolved. Very jagged stack. And that TP is going to help out immensely. Oh, I like that Z placement too. Dog getting up high. Oh, nice. Goes for the spin to actually burn a single, give himself a little bit more room. Both players have no more games left to give. This is it. This is game 5. This is the decider. Andy really throwing those O pieces over to the left. And Tetris is going to be scored for both. 288 to now 245, just over the halfway mark.
All right, another couple Tetrises scored by both players. Yeah, and again, not a lot of major problems happening right now, though Andy having a couple of J dependencies. We'll fill one of them with that long bar.
Knowing Andy, he's probably going to get... Yeah. Oh, no, he's going to actually burn. You could tell he was thinking about it. He's like, do I set up here? Just really quickly running the calculations. If I set up here, how many burns would I potentially have to take to maintain a Tetris well? And just figured it's like, you know what, burning out at that point in time was the best decision.
And you gotta wonder like how much risk like you really want to take. You know, again, it's a decider. You don't want to, go all out if you don't need to. So,
I mean, especially it's not just a sprint. It's like, oh, the player with the highest score at transition wins. No, you got to focus for up to like 15 minutes.
It's a long game. It is a marathon, not a sprint.
There's such a prolonged period of focus, and it's important for you to make sure that you put yourself in the best positions possible, especially when you don't have a game to sit back on. Andy had 2 games, and Dog was able to take both of those. So now, a mistake can be punished with you simply not getting a chance to play Miles in the finals. With that being said, though, 475 for Dog, make that 498, looking at a 600K transition on his side, and 441 for Andy, looking at around a 580-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah, past 100 line mark now. 20 lines until transition for both players. Dog with a couple of burns having to be done. We'll get a good L piece, and we'll get a Tetris.
We're closing in on level 19. 3 Tetrises available for Dog. And now 3 Tetrises available for Andy. There's 1 Tetris for Dog. Andy set up almost. Looking for the right pieces and just not finding the ideal pieces to set up. And that's another thing high-level players have to do constantly. They have to compromise with the game. You can't get your perfect setup all the time. And in situations like that, it's better to compromise than to be put in a compromised position. With that being said, we'll be transitioning on the next Tetris. Andy's gonna transition, like I said, around 580. Dog will transition if he gets the long bar just under 600, but no, long bar doesn't come. As a matter of fact, there's a long bar dependency on column 2, holding out for something to burn in that direction.
Good.
Oh, the miss! Tetris is gonna be scored. Dog stays alive.
Good
The room has been silenced. Dog is in a must-dig-out situation. Eyepiece only burns 1 line. Left side needs to be dealt with, and he's utilizing this opportunity to build up a lead. Eyepiece makes it all the way over to the left. Another eyepiece is going to burn off a triple. Well is almost open. Well is open over there for Dog, waiting for the next long bar to score Tetris, and is having to wait patiently.
Oh,
nice stem, and there's the Tetris for Dog. Amazing survival on his part. But Andy has been able to build up a 50,000-point lead. Another Tetris for Dog. However, those holes are going to prevent Dog from scoring any more until they're dealt with. 3 more lines burned at minimum is what Dog is going to have to commit. Meanwhile, Andy at 719, really trying to take this game by the horns. He wants to make another finals appearance here in Waco. There it is, another Tetris for Dog, another Tetris for Andy. 747 now 705. Looks like both players have kind of calmed down. There's not too much drama happening. Another Tetris for Dog.
Just solid play right now.
And that's what you have to do. You have to default on your most fundamental essence of stacking. You don't want to go too aggressive. You don't want to go too crazy creative, because if that doesn't work out, that could have potentially cost you the match. There's now a long bar dependency on both players' sides. Dog goes for the Tetris first, and then fills it in with the second long bar.
Misses that spin.
It's going to be a couple of burn lines, but Dog is ready for Tetrises. 798 to now 818. Less than a Tetris separate them. Dog knocks in a Tetris, take the lead temporarily, but Andy takes it right back. Last second adjustment over there for Dog. Opens up the well. Both players knock down a Tetris. 863 to now 888. Andy's now Tetris ready. Nice adjustments being executed on Andy's part. Both players holding out for the next long bar. There it is, Tetris for Andy, Tetris for Dog. Dog sets up the long bar dependency over there on the left-hand side. Andy utilizes that long bar for a Tetris. 954 for Andy. Dog knocks down a Tetris, goes up to 927. Separated by 1 Tetris are the players right now. Andy's having to do some burning. If a long bar comes, Dog might be able to capitalize, but no, Andy opens up the well. And there it is, Tetris for Andy and Tetris for Dog. 965 to now 993.
Just 1 more Tetris will do it for both players to get that max, I believe. Oh, this is on 28.
And there it is, Tetris over there for Andy. There's the max for both players, A01 to now A27. Dog setting up for a column 8. A little ambitious, but finds the right pieces, knocks down the column 8 Tetris, A66 and now A37. This is it, the final 29 transition here of this match.
Andy with B00.
1.1 for Andy. Will transition on the next 2 line clears. Dog transitions at A55. He is down on level 29, but Andy is up high.
Andy skims into 29.
Holding out for the next long bar, and there it is,
Gets
Tetris
it.
for Andy, B44. Dog now falls behind even further, almost by 100,000 points. Both players have got a comfortable board on 29. Dog's now trying to get set up for a Tetris. Nice T-flat burn. Holding out for the long bar. Waiting patiently. There it is, Tetris for Dog, B10, but Andy is at B91. But Andy's forced to do a couple of burns, and Dog is not in a position to try and capitalize off of it. Both players trying to get their stacks under control. Andy back in the scoring position. Dog still having trouble with column 2. And that hang, Dog needs the eyepiece. Eyepiece couldn't be used there.
That.
Nicely done. Dog's gonna survive just a little bit longer. C14 now for Andy. B41 for Dog. And
Dog is setting up.
No, just gotta take the
Good.
triple, but staying alive. Andy's trying to get set up. He's at C56 right now. Set up for the Tetris, holding out for the next long board. There's the Tetris for Andy and a Tetris for Dog. B93 to now D04. Dog set up for another Tetris, trying to combat it up against Andy. Andy knocks out Tetris, and so does Dog, a simul Tetris. Dog not trying to go for aggression, just trying to get Tetris ready, but these S&Zs are not ideal. And Dog is running into trouble, finds one eyepiece, but needs to get an eyepice and has to get over to the left, covers up the left-hand side. Dog's trying to still survive, but he hangs the piece to the left, and at C48, Andy takes game number 5 and makes another Waco Finals appearance. Dog playing Tetris. First off, man, dude, what the hell, dude? That was an insane match. I mean, a lot of it came down to 29. So how did you feel during the 29 of like all those 5 games?
It was definitely like 29 is always a completely different game. Like literally, you can be playing like the best games of your life on like 18 and 19, right? And like your rolling is consistent, and you get to 29, it's a completely different game because your brain, like your mindset and your nerves completely change. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was super nervous. I was super nervous for like on 18 and 19 I was fine, but on 29 it's just like the entire game just changes. So I mean I felt like super nervous during the whole way, but I'm honestly pretty satisfied with how I played. I think it was a hype set.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, you almost pulled off the reverse sweep. You were down, 2-0. And speaking of that, what was your mindset going when you were down 2-0, especially with those games just being so close, how they were?
Honestly, I don't think my mindset while playing a set, I don't think it ever changes. Like while I'm playing a set, it usually stays the same. Doesn't matter if I'm 2-0 up or if I'm 2-0 down. I think I just, try to play my best Tetris and just make sure to like never give up. And I'm honestly happy that I was able to take it to a decider.
Nice. I mean, you got first seed in quals, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a flawless qual for an hour?
Yeah, it was a flawless qual, and also, if you get a flawless qual, usually it's like only 8 max outs the most you can get, right? Especially if you do 18 starts. But I was doing 19 starts, and then also I kept maxing out at level 25, all of them. So I was able to get 9 max outs, which is actually kind of insane.
Yeah, it truly, it's something that's, hopefully we have footage of that, because just hearing 9 max outs, that means, if you were to do that same kind of thing in like a 2-hour qual setting, that means you could get like 18, maybe squeeze out 19.
Yeah, 18 is crazy.
But with that being said, what your time here at Waco is over. Are you planning on coming to any other events? I know Genesis is another one that a lot of people are planning on going to. And then of course there's Pasadena that's happening. Obviously we are going to see you at CTWC. Is there any other events that you might think about attending?
Well, I think CTWC is definitely going to happen, especially because it works for my schedule a lot. Everything else is like, we'll see. Oh yeah, Ohio. I'll probably be at Ohio.
Whoa!
So Ohio is probably going to be one of the most stacked tournaments of the entire year. I think Ohio's going to be crazy. But yeah, I feel like those are the main 2 that I know for a fact I'm going to go to.
All right, sweet. Well, Dog, congrats on your run here. Everyone, give Dog a round of applause.
Hello everyone, I'm your underwater host Sharky, and I want to say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the matches, then be sure to leave a like. Comment down what was your favorite moment, because trust me, there was plenty to choose from. And if you want to stay up to date on all things CTWC 2024 and beyond, make sure you subscribe with notifications so you never miss out on another upload. Now, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, but there is a schedule update that I do have to make you all aware of. The finals won't be uploaded tomorrow, but it will be uploaded this Saturday. There's another video that's supposed to be coming out tomorrow, so instead of uploading 2 videos in one day, we're going to be pushing this upload back a little bit. Also, if you're watching this, there will already be a community post made to update you on that schedule change. Lastly, we're going to give you a little bit of a lore drop, because now Andy is looking to become the 2-time Waco champion, was able to win last year up against Sidnev, and is now looking to do the same thing up against Miles. And Miles looking to win his first ever event here in Texas. Majority of people in the top 4, well, I say majority, but half of the people in top 4 have won an event in Texas. Dog has won Waco, and Lone Star Andy has won Waco as well. So definitely there is a little bit of history there. Miles is looking to take his first victory in Texas, which is one of the most, if not the most competitive state of Tetris in terms of the kind of caliber of players that you have that regularly attend. But with that being said, hope you all enjoyed the match, and I'll see you this Saturday for the finals.